Usually it was Saturday. Us used to get together, some of us, and down another place down the road, there was like an old weir for, to do a meal. And the salmon used to come up through there, and us used to go down there and watch that and play around in the water and in the woods and all that, like. Just generally having a riding around on our bicycles, going somewhere like. Round the local dump heaps and see what us could fake out whether there's enough bits of bags to make another one. That usually come home with some old junk, and mother would say, "What the hell you bought that on here for?" But that's all gone now. The kids don't know nothing about that now. It is recycling now. Another thing I used to love to do, an old dump out, go over there. It used to be a quarry. Was get out there and find all the aerosol cans as could, put them to heap, and make a bonfire with these cans on the top. Then get out to the other side of the road and hide behind the edge. God, to be like firework night down there. These cans get up in the air. So there it was. I used to go down to Bucks Mills and other seaside places, ride our bikes down. But trouble was, all those seaside places, you'd ride your bike there. You spend all their day there fiddling around in the old pond pools, water pools and that, and looking for crabs and all that sort of stuff. And then you realise then you got to push the bloody bike up the hill to get home. And that wasn't quite so good. Then us used to venture a bit further then sometimes. Us go out around Parkham or Buckland Brewer, odd time or two, you used to go in Biddeford when the fair was in, ride your bike in or like. But God, you could go in the fair with 10 bob in your pocket, and you could go in around the fair and have some fish and chips. And you wouldn't spend all your money then. You went in there, it cost you only 10 bob to get there now, let alone what you spend in there. But, good old days that was, yeah. Us growing up as kids, I hadn't got to worry about nothing. But now tis just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I think a shower of rain blowing in, is it?
Coming a bit frisky behind us.
How about that then? That's what Deb bought for me, that.
An egg version of a pork pie.
Yeah, gala pie.
Good. Very nice. This is chicken and bacon pasty.
Proper. What do you want now?
Put me up there. Friday, I don't think this will be here Friday. Not looking at the forecast. It certainly won't be here tomorrow.
Thursday we'll have another go.
Yeah. We play our weight Thursday. Well, we had a young lad here helping us, Rocket we call him, and he was on £15 an hour.
Yeah.
Well, that isn't bad, is it, for Dartmoor?
On the Monday morning he asked Will for a £10 note so he could buy some dinner. Because he spent all the money, see, at the weekend. Spent a lot. And it's a little bit sad, really, that they don't think to the future. Because one day, you see, well, they won't be able to do so many hours. They won't be able to work so hard, will they? But then we're still here, aren't we?
Ground floor, please. It's too far to jump this time.
He wants to know, how did you meet Dorothy and what happened?
Oh, I'd better indeed a bit of stuff. Coming home, it rained from when I got out to the side of Tilbridge until I got home. I was so blammy. Why don't I get something a bit handier? And that's what I done. It was like when you go in an orchard, there's some good apples and not so good apples. And that's how you get your bit of stuff. Sometimes you can pick not so good apple as you've been out by. That's true. That's how I come to it, yeah. Then there's 1952, then when I got married. Her was 5 years younger than I was. Her.
He went cradle snatching.
So,
He was cradle snatching, as they used to say.
so there you are. But I used to like go cruise orchard for dancing. Because the whole point is there were so many mates there, you could pick and throw back if you wanted to. Oh yeah. If you was a bit too late, you always got your chance to have the next one down, see? Oh yeah. And then I went back with one mate for several times. And they said, I think they said you're too young for me. Well, I said, blaze of ribbons out. Because I didn't know how old I was or didn't know where I was. So I said, oh, all right. And then I carried on with a younger sister. They was ginger. These are two mates was ginger. But come to the point that my missus was in hospital, her was in one bed, her come in, and her was looking at them one another. Well, when come to, her was 3 years younger than I was. Yeah, that's what I said. I was too young for her. And you take dancing today. Well, they wouldn't, if they had to go on for at least 4 hours, 9 to 1, like they be, well, they pass out, wouldn't they? Lot of dances, never missed a dance. No. 9 to 1, or 1:30, one dance, 2 o'clock. Yeah. And they'd be still lively. I'd like to see they lot jumping about today's dancing. I don't think last night for 4 hours. On both of them, but didn't dance in, is it?
No. Yeah, then you had to be out next morning, 7 o'clock, no matter what time you got home.
From my dear.
7 o'clock, milk the cows again.
But in the night, I was usually going, beat me. How about some milking? Yeah.
Well, when the milk lorry went sort of 9:15, you had to get, I'll say 20 or 30 cows milked and milk cooled down the bottom by that time of the morning. Otherwise, the milk lorry was gone, and then that milk wasn't no good the next day. If you left it for the next day, it would come back sour. You wouldn't get paid.
Wow.
Yeah, we used to do it with hand by hand one time to start with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Behind.
Oh, you're behind to start with.
Perhaps you'd get the bucket nearly full, the blooming cow would kick all
No,
over.
that's one there.
I'll put her foot in the bucket.
I'll knock the bucket before I get the ball. What's put his foot in?
Yeah, put his foot in the bucket. Oh dear. Yeah. The cats would come better off if the cats would generally be there. You try and squirt some milk, you know, get over the squirt some milk at the cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was born in a place called Hartland, but my parents emigrated 3 months after I was born. All of 2 miles to Covelli, where I was brought up until I left home at 14. There's no families left in the village which are original Covelli people. They're all strangers. My old man, well, my father, after he came out of the First World War, he learned how to some carpentry and to make coffins at Hartland. And he set up his own building company, but I don't know why he took the job at Covelli. But there was 50 people who worked under the state for him, and he would have them cut the trees down and make planks. And dry the timbers out. And if somebody died, he would make the coffin. And we used to do the sewing of the lids, the old hand saw, or we would pitch the coffin. We used to make a tar and seal all inside. And we always wrote our name and the date. I can remember walking with him once, and he always carried a bowler hat. And somebody said, "Andrew, why don't you ever put your hat on?" He said, "Because the bugger doesn't fit." Occasionally I would help the local grave digger, if it was to dig the graves, and putting bodies in coffins as well, from 13 or 14, I think, when the first time the old man said, "You know, we need you now." Well, one old lady who lived her life eating herring, because he was famous for catching herons, and they used to salt them down and virtually lived on them all year. Or seagull's eggs. We used to go down a place called Mouth Mill and climb up the cliffs at Mouth Mill and gather the seagull's eggs and take them into the village and sell them as young kids. But she died, and they couldn't get her down the stairs because the stairs went up, and up. But they lowered her down through the coffin hatch. In the old houses, if they died upstairs, in the floor, they would build what they call a coffin hatch, and they could drop the body or the coffin up and down through that. So they dropped her down through there and laid her out on the chaise lawns. One of those settees was a rest at one end, and she lay there for 2 weeks. Not recommended. And my job was at night to carry the coffin downstairs with the local plumber and the local mason, and my father, who walked ahead, and he never did. And we got there and we put the coffin on the floor before the things, and the plumber and the mason said, "Right, boy, we'll take the head, because that's the heaviest part. Me and Fred will take there, and you just pick the legs up." And that's fine. Picked the legs up, got her over the coffin, they dropped her. And I'm standing there with my legs still in the air, and she farted. Well, not farted, she released all the gases which were in her. It's a wonder I didn't pass out. It brought tears. I was streaming with tears. And I went out into the street, and the 3 of the men were there killing themselves. And they said, "That'll teach you." But can you imagine doing that now to a youngster? And another funny thing, my father used to walk. He didn't have many funerals, maybe 10 a year or something like that. But if somebody died, some of the holiday makers, they used to walk down and come up and have a heart attack. I found them in my bedroom. After my other brothers left home, I was the last son left at home, and he would put them in the spare bed in my room until there was no ambulances in those days and everything. And many times I've woken up, oh Christ, I've got a bloody body next to me. Yeah.
Climate change, really? Where? What bloody climate change? There ain't no bloody climate change, for Christ's sake, wake up. Hang on a minute. We've had the hottest day for 120 years. Whoa, hang on then. What was it, climate change 120 years ago? No, it was just a normal day. It was just a normal season. We've been going in and out of ice ages since time immemorial. I cannot see there's anything like climate change. We've had the wettest this, we've had the wet, but it's always the wettest since 1874. Well, what was it in 1874? What was Everybody driving around putting emissions in the sky in 1874? What was it? What was causing it then? No, get on. I'm not having any of that. That's all another way of taxing you. Come on, let's do electric car. We can tax you for this. Let's go green. Oh, let's push the price of diesel up so you have to buy an electric car. Hang on a minute. Let's just go and rip half Australia together, get lithium to bloody put batteries in your car. And what are we going to send the batteries to the moon when they finished? Where are they all going to go when you got to dump them? My insurance company the other day, some silly bugger drove in their car, so we've been dealing with an insurance company, right? Now, would you believe this? This will make you laugh. This is everybody listen to this. This is why your car insurance is so bloody high. Our car, a 15 grand Freelander, we pay 15 grand for him. He's probably only worth 8 or 10 now. Was hit on the 6th of June. We're now the, 31st of November, 30th of November, whatever it is. We've had a top of the range Volvo hire for, I think it's 94 days I worked out. I can show you the paperwork because I've had to sign another lot of form because we're over 3 months. Now my car only needs a front balance. It was smashed, the lights went up, didn't damage the bonnet, didn't damage the wings, didn't damage anything other than this front bit. But they can't get the part. I don't believe them. They're making a bloody fortune out of these other insurance company. Absolute bloody fortune. They could have given me, let's say, oh yeah, Mr. Boundy, you get your car repaired yourself. We'll give you £3,000 your car back. I can go down to Somerset, get a second-hand bumper for that car for £150. I phoned them up, I priced it, they got it. £150. Another £150 out of the bugger sprayed, £150 then put on. Got my car back, got a couple of grand in my pocket. Everybody's happy. Oh no, not the insurance company, boy. This car, wait for it, you ain't going to believe it. I'll have to get paper out because you ain't going to believe it. 90 days we've had it so far. £365 a day higher. Wait for it. My car is in storage at £45 a day. Now, how much money are these insurance companies ripping each other off at our expense? Because somebody's got to pay for that. I phones them up and says, I'm still happy to take a couple of £1,000 and then my car back. Oh no, we're still waiting for the part. Well, that's all right. I'm driving around the top of the range bloody Volvo. I'm wearing your tyres out. I'm wearing your car out. Mine's sat there looking lovely. All right, we've got new MOT when he come back, but he's going to come back immaculate, isn't he? He's sat there in storage at £45 a bloody day. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And this is the problem of the country, isn't it? The computer says this, computer says that. That garage ain't in any hurry to get the part from my car because they're getting £45 a day to have the bugger sat in the back of a shed. Why would you get the part? Why would you rush and get the part? Of course you ain't. State of the nation. But like I say, I got a top of the range car sat out there that's costing me nothing. Yeah. But why? Why? Where's the logic in it?
The customers have changed going around now. You don't get the friendliness as you used to. You used to get people have you in, have a cup of tea and a chat and that, but days is gone. Yeah, it's a pity. Yeah. Well, some I never see. Never see them. No, don't see them from 1 year to the next. But no, the markets have done the same. You go to the cattle markets, it's just the same. Used to be nice going there and seeing people and having a chat. And you can walk right by farmers now and they won't poke their tongue even. I never believed it. No, I never believed it. When you went to the market and bought some cattle, you had a little book, like a checkbook. And you filled in the date on the card. And you put the cards in an envelope and sent it away. And you're done in 2 minutes. Now, you either do it on a computer, you ring up and speak to a machine, or you ring up and press every number in the machine. And it takes you ages. And all of a sudden you say, I'm sorry, I can't get that number. Oh, then you've got to start again. Oh, it do my head in, do. It do my head in. But I expect other people get it done for them, you know, but I ain't so lucky as that. No, when it come off, I started speaking to this machine. And you do a couple numbers. Is that so and so and so and so? Is that the 21st of March 2003? You go, yes. Could we have another number, please? And you start off 243 264. I'm sorry, I can't get that. I'm sorry, I can't get that. Then you got to go back again. I think, gosh. But oh no, it's just something, isn't it? Was how people have changed. Yeah, they all seem to be in a hurry or something. I don't know what it is. And if they'd been talking to you for 5 minutes, their phone to go. They got to pick the phone up. Oh, so and so and so and so. What time will you be home? Where will we go? Oh, I think, gosh, what do you want to do? You know, but just yeah. I used to get people come out years ago, and they'd stop and chat, and you had a job to do, and you had to send them on because you wanted to go on home. But nowadays, you get people come for some hens. By the time they put in the box, seems they're in the car around. You know, just changed. I don't think people are satisfied. I think they want more all the time. I think they want more. They don't seem to appreciate things anymore. You know, they wouldn't appreciate if they come out here, appreciate the countryside, how it to look. They'd see that as, oh, you know, let's put some houses here.